Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, Katie.
Welcome to episode 335, and welcome to 2026.
The first episode of the new year.
This is a big deal.
Hustle Humbly lives to see another year.
At least the beginning of it.
Yeah.
We haven't recorded in a minute.
Long time.
So we're actually a bit rusty, although we are recording this in the year 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch Conan O'Brien?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So many years ago, like the late 90s, when Conan was on the air, it was Conan and then Andy Richter was like his sidekick, if you will. And they would do this segment called In the Year 2000. And they would turn off all the lights and they would hold flashlights under their chins and they would go, in the year 2000. And then they would say something funny. I don't know. That's just what made me think of.
Maybe we need to do that for our Halloween episode.
We should.
Get the flashlights out.
Yeah, it'd be real weird and creepy.
Yeah.
But ridiculous. So this episode, we wanted to address motivation in general.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, do we make an episode that's super motivational? Like, go get them, set your goals. Wow.
Yeah.
Or do we deal with what we're calling the don't join the real estate gym?
The real estate gym.
Yeah. Everyone's run out. They've joined the gym. They've changed their habits.
This is my time. Everything is good. I'm going to change everything about me this year.
Everything is going to change.
I'm going to have the best habits.
Right. Why would you not?
It's going to be really dramatic.
Yes.
Really dramatic.
So let me give you a couple of fun metaphors. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is the joining the real estate version of a gym on January 1st. Okay. So today is the 5th as it originally airs, which is the first real Monday, right, of the new year, because we've just sort of been in that weird off time.
Yes. I hope your kids are back at school today.
Yeah. We're like,
are yours?
Yeah. They're back at school.
Mine go back tomorrow.
Yeah. That's crazy. Your school is messed up.
Yeah. It's teacher development day.
What? It's like we've had them home long enough in this torture.
Yes.
End it.
Back to school.
Go back on a Monday, like regular. And yes, mine are there. Okay. So here's your first metaphor. Throwing out all of your food and announcing you're doing Whole30, keto, and intermittent fasting all at the same time.
This is the new me.
That's it. That's your metaphor. Here's the agent version. New systems, new planner, new CRM, new branding, new social media content plan, new everything.
Everything.
And why this doesn't work. Do you want to know why this doesn't work?
Why?
Too many changes all at once.
The brain does not like it.
No, it's going to create decision fatigue and no follow through because you've changed everything. We've got nothing to fall back on. So when we break one of these habits, we're going to break them all and we're just going to be like, forget it.
And they say every time you say you're going to do something and you don't, your brain is like learning that you're digging the groove deeper.
Yes, that you don't do the things you say you're going to do.
Yeah, and you get more and more comfortable with it.
I don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
Would you like another metaphor?
Yeah.
Buying new leggings, new shoes, new supplements, a smartwatch, but never actually going to the gym. Agent version, new CRM, new Canva templates, new lead source, new automation platform.
Never used it.
Just and this is we're going to say this 3 times. Tools don't create habits. Will you say it for me?
Tools don't create habits.
Tools don't create habits.
Yeah.
They really don't. So we're going to feel the pull to try the new things. And I think what we wanted to talk about today is like, what do you already have? Like, what are you using your tools?
You know, back in September, we did that challenge for our Hustle Humbly people because y'all may not know this, but if you buy one of our courses, we can see if you finished it, if you opened it, and our goal here is to make sure that you're becoming a better agent. We don't just want your money. So in September, we did a challenge where we weren't selling anything. We said, we see you if you have bought something, and we see you haven't finished it. If you finish it in the month of September, you'll be entered into a drawing to get your money back on that product if you finish it.
Which in most cases was a couple $100.
Yes.
That was a decent prize.
And, you know, that was the motivation that they needed. And we got a lot of thank you emails thanking us for that challenge. And I think today could even be a little bit similar of a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many agents think once I find the magic thing, my business is going to explode. They want to blame it on their broker. They want to blame it on their CRM. But at the end of the day, it's you are in charge of your business.
Right. You're in charge of your business. I brought my favorite my business Bible.
Yes, the Atomic Habits.
The Atomic Habits.
We did this book in our Hustle Humbly community book club.
It's been a minute.
A few, like 2 years?
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I still think about this book.
So in preparation for this episode, I just went back and read through like some of my highlighted passages. But I want to read this one about boredom.
Okay.
Because I think this is maybe part of our problem. Mastery requires practice, but the more you practice something, the more boring and routine it becomes.
True.
Once the beginner gains have been made, and when we learn what to expect, our interest starts to fade.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens even faster than that. All you have to do is hit the gym a few days in a row or publish a couple of blog posts on time, and letting one day slip doesn't feel like much. Things are going well.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to rationalize taking a day off because you're in a good place. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom.
So what do we do?
Well, this because we're always talking about shiny things, right?
Yeah.
I think the problem is like, one, do you actually know where your business came from?
Mm-hmm.
So before you go to buy a new lead source, a new software, a new automation tool, whatever, a new marketing plan, go back to your last year's deals or the last 2 years. If last year was slow, go back. And if you can't look at every single deal you closed and know where that client came from, that should be step one.
So every year I do my end of the year recap where I track where everybody came from.
Yeah.
And it was so helpful in showing me what I could cut out, where I should focus my efforts, like what was working. So yeah, you really have to track your stuff.
Yeah, and then once you see, okay, well, I get most of my leads from my database, but maybe you're bored with your normal letters or whatever you've been doing. You're like, I'm going to try whatever. I'm going to get some Zillow leads because I want to build my business. But your business is built on something else.
Yes.
Like, don't
get bored if it's working.
Yes, you're not failing. You're bored.
Yes.
These are two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
The last quote from this boredom section was, as soon as we experience the slightest dip in motivation, we begin seeking a new strategy, even if the old one was still working.
That's just what our brain does. It's constantly looking for something new, something exciting. But also, you know, we're coming off of a rough year, really 2 years where things have been different in the market. Coming off of COVID, rates have been higher. Mm-hmm. The political, economic climate has been rough. Like it all impacts the real estate market.
Yeah.
And I really feel like this year, for some reason, I feel like this year.
You just have like a little bubble of optimism?
I do. I think it's
bubbling up inside of you.
It's like every year. So people always ask, you know, well, is it a good time to list? Is it this? The last 2 years I've been saying, look, the normal real estate cycle that we usually experience in our market has not really come back since COVID.
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong time per se. It's just the market is what it is.
Right.
For some reason, I think in Q4 last year when the Federal Reserve did that little interest rate drop, I had such a crazy Q4 because of that, even though it wasn't a huge
It didn't really affect rates that
drop.
much.
Yeah, it was. But Q4 was very busy for me compared to 1 through 3.
Yeah.
And it just made me think, I think 2026 is going to be the most normal feeling just market
normalized.
We've had in a while.
Yeah.
Not crazy busy, but not crazy slow. And, but I also say that to say, when you're coming off of a market that was slower, we see in our inbox that a lot of people were struggling in 2024, 2025. What are you spending your money on?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need to spend money on anything right now.
Right.
Stop thinking, if I just purchase this coach, if I just purchase this awesome platform. If I pay enough for these leads, I'll have money.
Yeah.
And, we're just here to remind you that the only tools that we recommend are the ones that you will use.
Yeah.
Do you actually use these tools? Are they simple? In Atomic Habits, it talks so much about the initial stages of making big changes have to be so small because your brain has to be like,
okay, I can do this.
Okay.
We're not changing everything.
Yeah.
We're just adding something on to something else.
Right.
Is usually what they want to do, right?
Yes. Very slow build up.
Super slow.
So that your brain doesn't freak out and fail you.
Yeah. While you're on the coaching, here's your next metaphor. Signing up for every CrossFit, Pilates, yoga, and HIIT and thinking you can do them all. The agent version, every January challenge, every free coaching call, every training series, every new accountability buddy. Like we're doing all the things. And here's the problem. Too many voices create confusion and comparison. And we want you to create consistency.
Yeah.
So like pick a voice.
Right.
Whatever one you feel like speaking to you, let them continue to speak to you.
I mean, I'm partial to our voice.
I know. I agree. They're so soothing.
And, it's been a minute since we revisited our intro. But
I know.
Stop comparing yourself. Embrace your strengths.
Yeah.
That needs to be what happens this year.
Yeah.
What is working for you? Embrace that.
Yeah.
And even I fall victim to the comparison.
Yeah.
You know this. I do the volume, but I fall victim to the agents that have the amazing videos.
Right.
And all the sparkly things that cost a lot of money. And I'm always telling myself, Alyssa, you should do better. You should do more. You should do this. And you were actually the one that said, you keep comparing yourself to this agent that is very loud on social media. And their stuff is good and it's pretty, but do you want to go look at numbers real quick and just see what's going on over here? And it blew my mind. First of all, I couldn't believe I had fallen victim to comparing myself to someone that really doesn't sell a tremendous amount of real estate.
Well, what you see on the internet is not the full picture regardless. Even if they were top producing, how much money of their income did they have to spend on all of that marketing, on the team, on the this, on the coach, on the that? And you feel sometimes you just get this little ping of jealousy or concern, like maybe I'm getting left behind. Maybe I have to do what everyone else is doing. Maybe my business isn't going to keep running. But if you've been in the business 5 or more years and your income is consistent, you're okay.
You're winning.
You're fine. It's all going to be fine.
Yeah.
We all do it because we see it. And then we're like, oh, am I not doing enough?
Yeah.
But
I should be better.
I don't think you need to be better. Okay, are you ready for some more issues and problems?
Okay.
I don't think I have any more metaphors.
No more metaphors. Those were good.
We're done with the metaphors, but it's please don't.
Just be mindful. Are you going to use this? Are you using what you have already? We just went to Chicago in December.
Yeah.
And we were talking to a broker of a big company, and she was telling us about all the resources they have, and it's free to that brokerage. And it's but are you using what is provided to you already?
Yeah.
You have so much at your fingertips that you don't even have to pay for.
Yeah, I think it's time to probably take a microscope to your business and really let's start taking inventory.
Right.
What are the monthly expenses that you have? Do you have to keep them? Are they optional? What are the things your broker offers? What does your board offer for free? We've talked about this before, probably in Spruce Up Your Business.
Oh, that would be a really good episode to listen to.
Yeah.
If you're, we're not talking about a whole rebrand and this and that, but there are some things that need to be done at the beginning of each year, updating resumes, things, headshots, making sure are consistent.
Yeah, and it's usually a slower time. So it's a great time to really say, don't look at it like I'm not busy, I'm slow. Look at it this is the time I have to check on my business before it gets busy.
It's going to take off in the spring.
Yeah.
February, March, I think is going to be busy. I'm putting it out there.
I love your positivity.
But
That's
go
so
listen
wonderful.
to, do you know what number that is? Spruce Up Your Business?
I'm guessing 178.
Oh, are you going to check yourself and see if you're right?
Check myself.
You don't have all 335 of our episodes memorized?
Definitely not. But that one is a really good one.
It's just a good practical guide to make you think about the things that you could be doing right now.
Do I win a prize if I'm right?
I was going to say you could pick lunch, but I already know what I want.
I got it right. It's 178.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
So go listen to 178 after this. I think it'll be a good one for you.
Yeah, that's a great one. Okay. When you're taking inventory, you had a great list of questions you wanted us to ask ourselves. Do you remember the questions?
I remember a few of them.
Okay. What worked last year?
What worked last year?
What didn't work last year? Okay. What did you enjoy doing? What did you not enjoy? Look, there are parts of our business that you have to do whether you enjoy them or not.
Sure. But we're not giving you permission to not do those things.
I want to be really clear that when we talk about boundaries or any of the, like, we're not saying don't do the work.
Should we go there just briefly?
Go for it.
Just briefly. So yes, here at Hustle Humbly, we believe in running your business like a business and having boundaries. We do not, which it seems through some of our messages.
Right.
That has been taken too far and been given as an excuse not to work at all.
I think correct. And I think because we're in this podcast therapy session, we are both what I would probably call workaholics. We love to work. We work very hard. We're working. We're putting in the time.
We have to set boundaries because we love it so much.
Yeah, we don't want to burn out, which is what happens when you don't have boundaries and you like to work.
Yeah.
Having boundaries as an excuse not to work is really not the route we're going.
Yes.
And we just need to remind ourselves that.
Like if you have a client that can only look at houses on the weekend, that is a very common thing in real estate. And while you do have to have boundaries, you also have to be very flexible.
Yep.
So if you are having to designate other times that you don't prefer to work, maybe change up your week to give yourself some downtime at a different time.
Yeah.
But also a reminder that the client isn't there for life. So this doesn't mean you're going to be working every weekend forever. This just means I have a client that I'm going to have to occasionally show houses to on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Right.
As soon as I get them under contract, that is over.
Yeah. And it's okay, I think, to make the rules that, okay, maybe before you were able to have a boundary that you didn't work a weekend or you didn't work after 5, and maybe you have to loosen that boundary for a while, but maybe you only work one weekend day.
Yes.
You still take
Saturday
one off.
or Sunday.
Yeah, you don't have to all of a sudden be working 24/7.
Sure.
Yeah. I got this quote. It's not really a quote, but a piece of information, if you will, that said agents don't lack motivation. They lack sustainable structure.
100%. Yes.
It's not, we're not here to have a big motivation party today.
No. And it's funny because we were like, should this be a really motivational episode?
Go get them.
And we were like, we're just not those people.
It's just not us.
You said that we are not, because we went and spoke in South Carolina.
Yeah, in May.
At a big conference. And we realized very quickly that every other speaker there was very motivational. Yeah. And as it was becoming our turn to speak, we were kind of like, oh dear.
You were like, should we change our talk?
Are we going to fit in? Are we going to fit in? But
can't do it.
We realized in that moment, you said, we are not motivational speakers. We are educational speakers. We are here to give you very practical advice, reminders, systems, tips, tricks that work because they're so simple.
Yeah.
And that's what we have for you.
We don't need to overcomplicate it just because we're feeling pressure that everyone else is something else.
Yeah.
That's a great message for you and your business.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to hear any of my other, where I've marked the Bible?
I do.
The Bible of Atomic Habits. Okay. So let's do perfection then.
Okay.
That's perfect. Okay. The first mistake is never the one that ruins you. It is the spiral of repeated mistakes that follow. And he goes by the rule, never miss twice. When people say never miss a Monday, he would say never miss 2 Mondays.
Right.
Do you see, It's okay. We're not going to get it all perfect.
Yes.
So too often we fall into an all or nothing cycle with our habits. The problem is thinking that if you can't do something perfectly, then you shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah.
I really do have that problem. Lost
Me too.
days hurt you more than successful days help you. So just
That's like whenever I would come time to really get my database ready for a mailer. I and it stays pretty tidy throughout the year, so it's not as bad as it used to be when I would just
you'd have to
do big
the whole thing.
purges. Yeah. But I think back when I was having to do purges before a mailer to make sure everybody was in there, every address was correct, every couple was still together, and I needed to adjust the names. Like, it was such a big deal, and I would put so much pressure on myself to say, I'm going to block off the whole day Wednesday so I can sit at my desk and light my candle and have my coffee and just dig into my spreadsheet and not get up until it's done. Well, next thing you know, like an inspection comes up on Monday or a buyer has to see a house, and these are money-making important activities, and I would just cancel the whole thing. Like, well, I can't do any of it because I have a 1 hour showing on Wednesday, so now I can't work on my database. And for me and my Enneagram 3 mindset where it is all or nothing, I had to, and I got this from Atomic Habits.
Oh,
like
tell
when
us.
we read it during book club for a community, it was like a light bulb moment for me where he said, instead of saying, if I can't finish it all, I'm not starting it, set a competition with yourself and say, I have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to set a timer on my phone and see how many names I can get through in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I only had to do that like 7 times.
Right. And it was such a small chunk of time.
15 increments, and my whole database was completely done.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I thought this was going to take
we always
hours and
overestimate
hours.
how long something is going to take.
Yes.
We're like, oh, it's just too much to tackle. I don't want to do it. When in your work, in your business, in your home projects, in anything. Oh, it's going to take forever.
The big daunting task.
I don't want to do it. Are you ready to talk about planning?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a really good one. Okay, it's because especially we're at the beginning of the year. It's easy to get bogged down trying to find the optimal plan for change, the fastest way to lose weight, the best program to build muscle, the perfect idea for a side hustle. We are so focused on figuring out the best approach that we never get around to taking action. And this is a Voltaire quote. The best is the enemy of the good.
That's good. The best is
the enemy of the good. Action, on the other hand, is the type of behavior that will deliver an outcome. And it just says, if motion doesn't lead to results, why do we do it? Sometimes we do it because we actually need to plan or learn more. But often than that, we do it because motion allows us to feel like we're making progress without running the risk of failure. So buying the new lead system, setting up your new whatever, doing like, it's like, I'm tricking my brain into thinking I did the work just by planning to do the work.
Yes.
But I didn't actually do the work.
All that planning makes you feel like you're working.
Yes, please don't get stuck planning.
I think that's another thing too that agents sort of like accidentally, unknowingly lie to themselves about of how quote unquote busy they are.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
I've never understood like agents who do so much less. They're so busy they don't even have time.
They seem frantic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very tricky. I'll give an example. Before kids, I would go to our Wednesday morning sales meeting. So that's a good hour. And then you mingle and you're social for like 30 minutes. And then we would all break up into cars and go tour the new listings, which is fine and good, you know. But by the time that was over 2 hours later, it was time for lunch. And then it was 3:00 and I just felt like I had worked all day.
Right.
I had been at the office. I had toured vacant homes. Did I do anything that was actually going to impact my business or make me any financial gain? No. I had not been in my database. I had not prospected at all. I probably didn't take any footage of the houses to put on social media.
Yeah, that would have been the only way you could have spun that.
That would have been the only helpful thing, you know? Or maybe just picked like oh, that one house on the tour would be perfect for content. I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah.
No, I went to all 5 or 6 of them.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's just, but in my little brain, in my heart, I really feel like I had a hard day at work and I had not done a thing.
Yeah. But you did spend your mental energy, your physical energy. You just didn't spend it on something that was actually working in your business.
It was like not until I had Haven when I was like, I have to pick her up by 2:30.
Yeah.
What?
This is not, we don't have time for this.
No. So that's when I became really,
yeah.
I had to really do an audit of myself and say, Alyssa, I know you love to be around people, and agents are delightful and they are your friends, but you can't just play with your friends all day.
No, it's not going to work. That's a good thing to take inventory of. Pull up your calendar. Just do it month by month if you want. Be like, okay, it's January. Let's look at what I did last January.
Yeah.
How many transactions did I do? How did I spend my time?
It'll probably be a very humbling experience.
I would think so. Doing a little calendar audit would be a very humbling experience. I have done it before. Okay, this is also from Atomic Habits. Many people think they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the time to be right to make an improvement. So it's like, look at your business, look at your calendar, look at all these things. Try and simplify what was going on and actually take that inventory.
Yeah.
You don't need more. People are going to try to sell you a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
So much.
Buy the things. Join the coaching. Do the mastermind. Do this. Come to the new office meetings.
Yes.
Every office gets real over-motivated at the beginning of the year.
Also, yes. Yeah. Also, office motivation.
You have to have some clarity around that.
Speaking of clarity, I just had a newer agent, and she was like, we were hanging out in the office, and she was like, you know what I've been doing? I've been trying to call some for sale by owners.
Okay.
I went, oh, okay. How's that going? Not very good. It's not going. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it? Not really. I'm like, so you're spending a lot of time. You're not enjoying it. At what point are we going to?
It's making you feel like you're a loser.
And I've told her over and over and over again, you are so friendly and delightful. You need to spend all your free time in an open house.
Right.
You need to be in front of real life people.
Not calling on the phone.
Not calling, getting rejected. That's not your thing. Now, there's some people out there that I don't know any of them in real life, I don't think, but that can call it for sale by owner and get the deal and they're good at it. I don't know many people that are actually.
The thickness of skin you must have.
Yeah.
Not me.
I think it would just make me sad. But when I said, why are you doing that? The look on her face was like, oh. I actually don't know.
I don't know.
No clarity on, but she just feels like I have to do something but maybe it's the wrong thing.
Yeah, maybe it's the wrong thing.
What are you good at that actually generates business? And it has to involve getting you in front of people somehow.
100%. Okay, do you want some final quotes from the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should replay.
I feel like I need to reread
episode.
I would love to read.
We have an Atomic Habits episode.
We do have an episode. Maybe we'll bonus replay it.
Yeah.
Okay. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become.
I need to write that. Will you save that one for me for after the show so I can put it on a sticky note?
Yeah. I'll save it. I got you. Okay. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Here's the next one. The most practical way to change who you are is to change what you do.
Oh.
Ooh, right? And then let's see. Ultimately, it is your commitment to the process that will determine your progress. Okay? And my favorite. We're just going to end on my favorite.
Okay.
You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems.
So if you have no systems,
doesn't matter what your goals are. It doesn't matter.
You're not going to get there.
It doesn't matter. Okay, that's it. I would highly recommend you read Atomic Habits if you have not. I honestly think I'm going to reread it.
That was really good.
It's just delightful.
Yeah.
There's a great story in the beginning.
You want to highlight the whole book.
It is without a doubt the best business self-help book I have ever read. And I've read a lot of them. I don't read regular fiction books, but I read lots of these. And you know what's so crazy about this book? He started a email newsletter. Do you know the story? And he had gotten it up to 100 or 200,000 people. He was giving little snippets like he was studying these things, habits and, whatever. And then he wrote the book.
Oh.
Like he kind of took what people responded to, and then he kind of fleshed out these ideas. And then he wrote this book, and it was like immediately a bestseller. It sold many millions of copies.
And we don't collect any royalties from this.
I don't even know James Clear. If James Clear wants to come on the show.
We want James Clear on the show.
His weekly newsletter is also the best email you get.
It's like the only newsletter that I keep. It is so good.
It is the quickest read.
Best quotes.
Just filled with wisdom.
It's short.
The most wisdom per word on the internet, it says. I think that's
true.
That's his tagline.
He's right.
We're James Clear groupies.
We are. James, come on the show, please.
Come on the show, please. Okay, I wish everyone much clarity and action. And I don't need to give you motivation.
Right.
You have everything you need already.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Okay, welcome to 2026.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Wait, before you go, if you enjoyed this episode and if we brought you value, take a minute to rate the show, leave a review, or drop a comment.
We are giving away our best stuff for free. Find it at hustlehumblypodcast.com/freebies.
We'd also love to see you in Hustle Humbly community. Join us there at hustlehumblypodcast.com/membership.
We love chatting with you in our DMs. Find us on social media at Hustle Humbly Podcast and say hello.
If you have an episode topic or someone you'd like to toast on the show, please email us at team@hustlehumblypodcast.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly Podcast. See you next week.